And I think part of the reason why it's hard to get kids to open up is because we try to get in there when they're in the center of the struggle.
Yes.
Instead of like building the vocabulary and connection outside of it. So you have the conversations and you give the language when nobody's in the heat of the moment. So that when the heat of the moment comes, they already know that they can come to you. And you can just say to them, I can tell something's going on. I'm here whenever or if ever. And then just leave space. You want to just like put little tiny moments where you say, I'm askable, I'm tellable, and I'm not going to say anything. And one of the things that helps is that when your kids do tell you something, you say, thank you for telling me before you have any other reaction. And that may be your only reaction. And then you give them a little space. And then you say, is there anything I can do? With younger kids, you want to be, this is going to sound ridiculous if you don't think about animals this way, but I do. So tell me if it resonates. But you kind of want to be a dog. You're wagging your tail when you're excited to see them. You're always there and you're like really enthusiastic. And they need that. But then as they get older, imagine your 11 to 25-year-old self, you need to be a cat. So you're like you're there, you're always around. You're touching their feet. Like you're not overly on top of them. But if they're interested, they can come to you. But you're not going anywhere. So it's like, it's this safe thing where you're there for them, but it's not so intense. And then they have the opportunity to open up a little bit. And when they do, you don't pounce like a dog. You stay a cat who's like welcoming the information, but not, saying, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then, because you don't want your kids to think you can't handle my truth.
Yeah.
So you're not the person to tell.